What's up, guys? Catmaster10113 here, otherwise known as the King of Games. I may sound a little bit quieter. That's because people are going to sleep, and I don't want to wake them up. So, anyways, you might be wondering why I'm doing redstone creation so early. Anyways, don't mind anything I just said. Welcome to Redstone Friday. What's Redstone Friday, you may ask? Well, at least once a month on a Friday, I'll basically showcase a ton of redstone creations across a ton of different worlds that I have created, usually starting out with this world. It will usually be between around 20 minutes long every video, but yeah, that's Redstone Friday. One Friday out of every month, I'll try, at least. And so today we are going to be doing redstone creations from this world and then a couple from FNAF world. Not FNAF, FNAS. Five Nights at Sparky's, for those of you who had not noticed. So anyways, first of all, we're going to go small to medium to large in hardness level, whatever. So first off, we have the hidden arrow dispenser Mark III. Now, this is the smallest out of all the creations. This was the first creation, where basically it made a lot of noise and it basically gave away a lot, but it fired pretty fast. Then we have this one, which is underground most of the time, and is usually going to be used for like castles and stuff like that. And it's also a lot less loud and a lot more quiet. And then we have this one, which is the smallest one, and it doesn't make a lot of noise. So basically, it's the best out of all of them. So first of all, let's just grab some arrows real quick. No, I'm not going to put them in the reload. That's going to take too long. Let's just put them right in there. Take out some glass. And then let's flick this lever. It doesn't fire as fast as the other ones, but at least it's a lot less loud and a lot smaller. So, anyways, to build this, you are going to need 2 blocks of choice, 1 lever, 3 redstone torches, 1 redstone dust, 1 dispenser, 2 hoppers, and then optional is 2 signs. You're going to need an oak fence gate, or any fence gate for that matter, and lava, along with some sort of filler block. I'm going to be using stone, so 3 by 3 by 3, that's 27. So 29 blocks of choice, basically. Oh my gosh, it's gonna take forever to get all this. So we have 29 blocks of choice, 1 lever, 3 redstone torches, yada yada yada. So I'm gonna go into survival, and basically, to start off, you're going to need to put down a block and 3 torches like that. Put down another block on top of that, along with the lever. Then you're going to need to place down the redstone dust and the dispenser, but alright, so that works. You can shut off now. Place down your 2 droppers for the reloading. Place down your 2 signs, which is optional. Then place down your filler blocks in the shape of this. And so here we're going to place down our fence gate. We're going to place down our fence. Oh my gosh. Is tile drops on? Please tell me tile drops is on. No. Okay, we're going to take our fence gate and then place down the lava bucket like that and just let it flow down there. Open up your fence gate. And then bring around the last of your filler blocks. And we have 3 extra. What's the 3 extra for exactly? Well, it can be for down here. Just that it actually defies the laws of physics. So there we go. We have ourselves the Arrow Dispenser MK2. Mark II, whatever you want to call it. So to test it out, you just flick this lever up. So turn it off. And it should be doing that. But while it is small, and it may not make a lot of noise, please be wary that it can overpower itself. I don't know why this one's not overpowering itself. Okay, never mind. So it's more of like so it will fire 8 arrows at a time. So that actually makes it a lot like a real gun in the way that you have the ammunition, but you need to stop at some point. So that's actually pretty cool. I think it's more gun-like. I didn't do that on purpose, trust me. So yeah. Then we move on to the Dispenser Trap. Now, to make this, you're going to need 3 string, 2 tripwire hooks, 2 blocks of your choice along with a building, 5 dispensers, well, 1 to 5 dispensers, $33 redstone. Just to be on the safe side, you should probably do about 35 in case you need extra. But that's just the safe side if you want to be, you know, safe in case you run out of materials or something. But 32 is about the limit. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 repeaters. Why did that turn on? Guys, you saw me turn it off, right? Okay, that's a little freaky. Is that Herobrine's doing? What am I talking about? Herobrine doesn't exist. 4, 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6. 10 repeaters. You need 8 dispensers, my bad. You're gonna need a detector rail, a minecart, another dispenser. Well, the other dispenser is optional. 8 other minecarts. No, 9 other minecarts. Again, that's optional. 4 redstone torches. And there we go. Now we should get started. So first off, you're going to need to create your little trap area. So you're going to place that down. 1, 2, 3. Let's place that down. And I forgot to switch myself into survival. Then you're basically going to take out all of this stuff. Let's turn on my flying. 1, 2, 3 redstone. A repeater. You know what? What am I? Yeah. We'll just do it this way. If you guys want to, you can make it more compact. But that's your choice. This was not my design. This was actually designed by USMC Marine. So yeah. Go check them out. We place that down, and that. we should place down we'll save that for later. Yeah, I did not come prepared for this. Let's just do it in creative. What's the point of doing it in survival? Then we bring that around. Let's take out a minecart. Let's do that. We want to place down that, place down those, place down all of this, and that's how it goes. Place down those, and now we go to this. All the dispensers, now you're doing it. Place them all down, and now your mission's done, because you have accomplished, and you're number 1. Yeah, I'm gonna save the compact version for a later video in the far future. You guys can do whatever you want to make it more compact. Again, this is not my design. This is actually designed by USMC Marine, a subscriber since I started my channel. And yeah, so that's it, basically. Now we go on to the hardest one of all, and that is something that I will be adding to my amusement park world later on, and it is the question machine. Yeah, I'm not good when it comes to naming redstone creations. I'm sorry, I had to move. What is this block made of? We walk onto the pressure plates. You see these little diorites there, and then you have the materials. And basically you press the button to match the material. So, cobblestone, and nether quartz, and you get your reward. Unfortunately, the items won't disappear. I probably should add a hopper creation or a hopper function to get rid of them, but I'm too lazy to do that. Also, the things up here need to be reset. How do you do that exactly? Just press the buttons again, just to turn on these 2 redstone torches to close off those repeaters. Put the redstone torch back. Yeah, it's not fully operational, because again, I'm not one of those master redstone creators that basically knows how to make everything compact and knows everything about redstone. I'm just good with redstone. I'm not one of those people. I'm just good with redstone. That's all I am. So anyways, this is how it works. So you press the button, and the little torches down here, the button will turn off the torches, turning on the redstone torches, which will turn on these redstone clocks, redstone toggle flip-flops, basically turning off these torches, allowing these repeaters to turn on, because they are blocked from these repeaters being turned on, and basically, once you press both the right ones, it will basically activate both repeaters, activating the dispenser, giving you your prize. Now what happens when you get it wrong? Well, the same thing will happen, except it will turn on this torch, which will turn off that torch, which will turn on this torch, which will turn off that torch, which will turn on this torch, activating that dispenser, which will give you a surprise you don't really want to know about. It's actually a lot more simple than it looks. Also, you step on the pressure plate, the redstone down here, it'll come over here. Basically, it'll turn on these 3 dispensers, dispensing the 3 little items: stone, cobblestone, and nether quartz. You choose the 2 right ones, you basically get the prize. You don't, and you get harming. So that's basically how it works. I'm gonna leave you guys to see the redstone for a second by just doing this. Okay. You're following along? You can pause the video. I'm not gonna show you guys how it... Yeah, it took too long to do that, so I'm not gonna show you guys. And also, we're about to run out of time, so that's another reason. Also, about the little pressure plates, you step on the pressure plate, it'll activate this ladder, activating this hidden workbench contraption that I remade a little bit. And yeah, I mean, I could probably do that better, but whatever. Again, I'm lazy, and I'm not good with redstone. That little workbench, hidden workbench design, not mine. It was actually made by Mumbo Jumbo. Go check out his channel. Dude's amazing with redstone. I'm not even lying. I could never get to the point of the redstone creations he does. But yeah, the hidden workbench design, Mumbo Jumbo. Go check out his channel. So yeah. Anyways, we're gonna move on to the next world. Exit and save. Okay. Also, something that you should all note. Earlier today, I was playing on my Xbox, well, trying to get on the Xbox, and I got the red ring of death on it. So, I had to ask my aunt if she could help me fix the Xbox. It ended up working, but I don't know if it's going to happen again or not. If it does happen, I'm going to have all my stuff erased, so I moved my profile on my hard drive. Not my hard drive, my USB. So if you don't see Xbox videos for a while, like weeks upon weeks of no Xbox videos, that's probably why. So yeah, we're gonna move on to FNAS. Also, I edited FNAS, Five Nights at Sparky's, in case you're not following along still. I basically edited it, adding new things that I don't want any of you to see yet. I added the little house from my Five Nights at Sparky's series playthrough thing. I did add little areas right here, along with a little dispenser with a surprise inside. But it's really tedious reward, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek. Yeah, it requires a lot of pressing the button and a lot of getting food that you're never gonna use. So, if you're one of those people who love Easter eggs and always want to get to them, no matter what, then you're gonna love that, because I could never do that in a game. It would just be too tedious. So we're gonna look at the redstone behind Five Nights at Sparky's. So, although I have not done Night 5 yet, because Night 3 is gonna be with Drake, Night 4 is gonna be with Roger, Night 5 will be with the Marionette. Yeah, so on and so forth. Since I have not done Night 5 yet, and I probably won't for a while. Well, not a while. Probably when school starts up, one of those days. Basically, this is how the music box works. So it turns night, basically turning off this redstone, turning on both these redstone torches, turning on the redstone, turning off these redstone torches, and then it will basically let these clocks in here drain down into the droppers. Once all the clocks are gone, this one will be gone first. the redstone current comes over here, turning off this lamp. Same thing will happen over here, turning off that lamp. But over here, another thing happens. It basically comes all the way around here. Basically turning off that redstone torch. Turning up. I don't know why that's there. I'm gonna remove that. I don't think that's supposed to be there. Then it turns day again. Torches turn back on. And also, the little dispenser you saw down there with the music box. Basically, the current comes all the way around here from both ends and basically drains the clocks up from here into both hoppers, basically giving you more time, and so on and so forth. Note block designs, not mine. They were from FedEx Gaming. I'm sorry, guys. A lot of these creations are now mine, but all the redstone done on this FNAF fan-made build is all me. This was all me. Just the note blocks and stuff like that. But all of this was me. So basically, you know, like the little power room, electrical room stuff. Basically, you flip the lever. We're going to go with the awful office examples. Oh my gosh. I said awful and then I said exampus. I said awful instead of office and exampus instead of example. I'm an idiot. So we're going to go with the office example. So we're going to go with the middle one, for example. It basically comes over here. It's the shortest timer of all of them. It turns off that light, then comes over here, turns off that light, turns on this redstone torch, turning off that redstone torch, which will basically turn on this redstone torch, turning on this current right here, also deactivating that piston, and basically bringing current to over there. What will that do? Here's the significance. Then we go on to the next one. Basically, very simple. Just a simple little clock that comes around here, turns off that light, comes all around here, just a long little timer. Turns off that one, comes over here, turns on that torch, which will deactivate this piston, basically leaving this circuit open. Then we go on to that one, same thing as that one except inverted, and then basically turning off this one, which will create this entire current, which on both sides will deactivate both cameras, preventing you from using them anymore. The current then, you know, something I really don't get is why this is over here. Whatever. So yeah, it comes over here, current, another timer, and then it goes both ways. It turns on Theodore March, right here, turning on this redstone, which will turn on that piston, cutting off the light from turning on and off. But also, the redstone comes around here, turns off this redstone torch, turning on that one, basically starting this entire redstone clock. Not my design. This design was actually made by Cat00. At least I think that's his name. He's not a very big YouTuber, at least I don't think. But you can go check him out anyways. It wasn't a very big design that I shouldn't really give credit for, but I'm just going to anyways to prevent copyright strikes. And also people getting mad at me. So the redstone current comes all the way around here, turning on and off that light right there. So again, very simple, not really that difficult. It looks very complicated, but it's really not. It's just a lot of redstone. So, also, a little Easter egg you may notice. It looks like this little building right here, it looks a lot like a crying child. Don't you think? Who knows? Also, I changed the sign because that one was just annoying me. Welcome to Sparky the Dog's Family Diner. You come in, you have all this stuff. I don't know why that's not covered up. But yeah, I actually filled up the dispenser with everything now. Also, I added another show stage camera and actually named them right and left show stage. Oh, what's in there? Maybe it's a little Easter egg. Who knows? Anywho, same thing in here. Everything's normal. Again, everything's normal now. Everything's normal in here, I should say. Also, I added 2 different party room cameras. Eventually I will edit the sign, but as I've mentioned millions and millions of times, I am very lazy and probably will not. So, anywho, so that's about it for this video. That's really all the redstone I'm gonna go over on Redstone Friday. Wait, what should I name it? Red Day? Stone Day? I don't know. I'm just gonna name it Redstone Friday. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see a tutorial on any of these creations, just simply tell me in the comments below. If you have any questions or suggestions on what creations I should make next, again, comment below. Like the video if you liked it. You don't... No, wait. Like the video if you liked it. Dislike if you don't like it. Don't really care either way. Well, I mean, I care if you like it, because that tells me that I'm doing a good job. If you dislike, that just means that I'm a big enough channel that people don't like me. So yeah, you know that. You should all know that people who dislike videos for fun. If you dislike a video, you're basically telling the person that you're disliking that they're so good that they actually have haters. You should know that. Also, subscribe if you want. You don't have to, but if you did, it would help out the channel. Alright, once again, my name is KMaster10113, the King of Games, and I'll see all of you in the next video. Peace out.